Okay, guys, let's talk a little bit real quickly regarding the radios. First thing first, this if you wanna to add some custom keys to your own radios, they are mostly here in the commands. You see, configure controls. You go to the multiplayer tab and there you go. Okay, so as you can see, I have set a lot of different commands to my own channels here. Pity we don't have here the air channel, but that is a custom one from Invading Annex. Okay, so this is the first tip. If you wanna change the way when it works when you press the keys to chat, to talk, whatever, to choose a specific channel, you see, for instance, I use a lot this channel to talk only for other players in the same vehicle. I just press the number 2 and it works alright. Of course, most of these may conflict with your random commands like weapons. For instance, I change here, you see, now I no use just press 1, I use left control 1 and so on. Okay, here in Invade Annex you have two ways to access your player menu. One is to press ESC, then you go here, player menu, there you go. The other way is to press the key home, there you go, player menu. And the other way, excuse me, if you hold your Windows key up there in the left, up on the left, you see you now have player menu. Okay, if you release the Windows key, it will not be shown. There you go, player menu. Now com link. Okay, and there you are. Maybe so many of you haven't accessed this tab yet. There you go. What do you have here? A lot of good channels that I would say they kind of much better to use than the general one. As you most of you guys have noticed that the general one should be used just in a very necessity moment. Okay, what we have here? Aircraft for just pilots and something like that. Primary AO, what does happen here? Once you have activated this channel here and you use it to communicate with other guys, it accepts both chat and both voice. Okay, it will only work in an array of something like 2 kilometers from the primary AO. So if you have that radio active and other players that have that channel active as well use it, it will only be available, it will only function in 2 kilometers around this area here of the main AO. Okay, same thing goes for the secondary channel here. Wait a minute, the secondary AO, you can have both active at the same time, but this one it will only work around the secondary missions instead. Let us see, we don't this server here just is restarted, so we don't have secondary yet. Okay, but you got the idea. Again, you can leave the let's say the bad news, if you wanna call it bad, is that you have more and more radios to cycle here. Okay, but no problem, that's best for communication. So nobody in your group will listen to you if you use this. Nobody in the sign channel, nobody in the general chat. Okay, nobody will listen. Only it will only be transmitted in this specific frequency, and same goes for the secondary AO. Okay, the very same thing goes for these three radios here. We use in another server we used to play, we used that a lot. It is just like the general channel. Okay, you select it, and when you switch to this radio, only the people that are connected to it will listen as well. But you see the difference here is that you cannot all of them active at the same time. You need to have just Alpha or just Bravo, excuse me, or just Charlie. Okay, we used to play, we call it Alpha for auxiliary, Bravo for bull you know what, and Charlie for combat. So let's say I am working as a cargo master. I am auxiliary for pilots taking heavy lifters here and then. Then we will most likely communicate through the alpha, because you know alpha auxiliary, so you never you won't pollute other channels. We won't bother anybody else. Bravo for Bull, you know what? Instead of Buckeyes, just chat, okay? So a lot of players love to chat for whatever reasons, whatever content. Just use the chat here so you don't mess with any other guy's gameplay. And finally, Charlie. Charlie means business, okay? Charlie, C for combat. When you have those guys, okay, let's make a group for shoot everything else that moves in the head. We use all the Charlie. So again, everybody in the same side will regardless the side, excuse me, it doesn't matter which side you are playing, which group, if you inside a vehicle, outside, if you are in the base, in the May AO, it doesn't matter. Any of this will reach everybody that is connected to them, okay? So again, every server has its own methods, has its own players, whatever. We love it to this general here is we used to act as a command one. So it was set for admins or if you are really in need of help, anything else. Maybe it's always better to work this one, okay? But hey, I wanna talk to the guys in the base or whatever, okay? So everybody can say, let's make the Charlie always active, okay? For instance, if we have the primary AO active and the Charlie one, we can just use these ones for the whole map and it will be no problem to anyone. If I am in the mission itself, I use the primary, and if I need to talk to somebody, maybe even requesting CAS or something like that, and I am infantry, let's say, for instance, I'm in the ground, on the ground, I am infantry trooper, I need to request to a CAS, a support, air support, refuel, re-aim or whatever, but I see in the map that there is no support here in the May AO, and I don't have the access to the flight to the pilot's channel. I just can, if everybody use this, let's say, I just could request here, okay? If no news for the general channel, which sometimes is it make things cleaner, okay? Have fun.